All right. Sorry, Vito. I didn't start it now. Hopefully my mic's plugged in. My gosh. It's not. Okay, now I started it. Thank you very much, everybody. We are live right now, and we're going to talk about Kickstarter comic drama. I don't even have my headphones in. That's how much I'm not like bothering to try right now. We are going live. Get in here. All right. There's quite a bit going on with Kickstarter comics right now, which is really fun. And so I'm going to show you all the fun that's going down and let you know all the fun stuff. As soon as we get some folk in here, because we got nobody in here. How exciting! My gosh, I probably should have advertised that I was going to do this a little better. Let's place this on a couple websites and let's see if we can get some folk hanging out. Do do do. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friends. Hey, Drake. Hey, Vito. I think Vito already left, unfortunately. Oh, gosh. Drake, you are my only viewer. I am now that kind of live stream where I have one viewer watching this. How exciting. Are you excited to be my only viewer? I hope so. Let me take a picture of my most recent purchase so I don't dox myself here because I'm going to show you guys what I just did. I guess I could show you the deal that's going on. Hello, we got some 3 people in here. Please say hi, hit the like button, share this out on social media. You know the drill. Trying to get some people in here for watch hours. We have some crazy stuff going on Kickstarter, and I want to tell you all about it. It's not my Kickstarter. I'm not shilling that. I will shill my stuff, but I do not have a Kickstarter myself right now. I am just got my freaking. I do have my own problem. I've got my variant covers for my Flying Sparks Volume 5 in, and this is the second time they've come in damaged. And so I have the Ingram Spark just packs their books terribly. And so I had a whole box. It was like 50, 60 books, and they all had the corner bent and dinged. Every single one, there were 10 copies out of them that didn't make it. So I submitted a little request on that front. Hopefully that does good. And we'll see how that goes. Gosh. I'm more than annoyed about this. So yes, Kursova magazine's claim made a lot of complaints about Ingram Spark doing this over the years and having bad shipping. I had a box. It straight up had a box, and it had probably this much open air space on either side, so the books would go like this in it. I'm dead serious. They just had open air space in the box. I mean, any comic shipper knows not to do that. It's absolutely crazy. So Kursova said they has problems with them all the time with this sort of stuff, and it's like it sucks. I've got like all these dinged books piling up in my office here that I can't give out to my backers, and I'm just waiting for them to do something about it. So hopefully they will do the right thing. I just got off the phone with one of their customer service reps. But if you do want the book, guys, you can still get your copy of Flying Sparks here. If you want a dinged copy, by the way, I can make a deal with you on that. So if you don't care and just want to read the story, definitely message me because I've got a ton of them. So that works too. I'd be happy for that. So, but this is my Flying Sparks. Flying Sparks is the story of a superhero and supervillain who are dating under their secret identities. It is your classic sort of DC Comics tale, and it went so far for 5 volumes, which has 15 issues. And it starts right here in volume 1 and goes all the way to volume 5. I did the very easy numbering so you know exactly which ones to read. You can read volume 5 by itself if you want, but if you do read the others, it will be good on that front. So the hardcovers have not shown up yet, so I'm waiting for that. They're in a different shipment, but the hardcovers usually are a little harder to damage, so I hope those come in pretty well. And yeah, I've been getting great accolades on this series. Volume 1 has sold over 3,000 copies now. So thank you guys so much for supporting us in that. That's a big deal. 3,000 copies of a trade paperback's huge. And I appreciate your support on all the comics and all the years. I also have a full-on comics all the way through Cosmic Warrior. This is a great book. Not enough people picked up this book. You guys should pick this up. Really good if you haven't gotten it. Deus Volt, excellent. Everybody bought that one. Dynamite Thor, again, this was like I actually got like I believe I was shadow banned on Kickstarter when this came out. So I think 150 people backed this originally. I've sold probably another 50 over the course of um, uh, just being on these backer kits and stuff like that. But still, not enough people got this, and I feel like that deserved a little bit more too. Overmind is my best-selling comic, so no complaints there. You probably already have it. Spectacular Comics I've been running as just an exclusive myself. I've never sold this anywhere else except for my website and on the backer kits. So this is the only spot you can get those. They're my short comics, and that and High School Girl and the Crusades. I've got a couple of these left. I try not to sell single issue comics anymore, but that's it. So it's on this. This is my hosted pre-order store. If you guys want to check this out and get some books, I also now have all of this stuff available on my own website at delarose.com. You go to store right here. You go to comics, and they're all right here too. And then the digital versions are all right here also. So I've made sure all this stuff got up so that you guys can check things out very easily. And I've also got my novels on here. Novel wise, I can't put my novels ebooks on my website because Amazon has an exclusive with that. So you will have to go to Amazon, go to my author page. If you want to check those out, or just go to one of the web pages here, you click on John Delarose, you see, and boom, all my books come up. All my books come up. Look at these beautiful books. So many books, incredible books, believe me. And we just came out with an audiobook of The Stars Entwined. And I would love for you to go support this with your Audible credit if you are an Audible subscriber. So please check this out. Boom. And boom. All right. So I think that's all the shilling. Is that all the shilling? No, I've got one more thing to shill. I have two more things to shill. I have two more things to shill before we get into what's happening on Kickstarter. Number one is going to be Subscribestar. So I am launching comics on Subscribestar right now. And there's going to be a few different short comics that are coming out that they're like teaser previews of what I'm working on next. I also release all my books as digital ebooks ahead of everything else on here. Comics, books, everything. So this is like the spot, like where if you just want to support me and like be my patron, I want to get to monthly content, but there's not been enough subscribers to really go for this too much. I need to get to about 300 subscribers, and then it starts to pay for all the art for me. And then I could start doing a lot more on here. And that's what I hope to do with this. So right now, Strike Force Ultima, I mentioned in this post here. And I announced it. We got a 4-page short that's going to have this beautiful superhero team right here, which is a brand new superhero team of 5 characters, 4 males, 1 female, because that's the golden ratio. And here we are. It is going to be awesome, like 90s fair stuff. And the art on it is so good. Like it is top tier art. I spent, I mentioned, I think 3 months on my other stream, 3 months worth of Subscribestar funds on this art in order to just pay for 4 pages. So I'm going to get this done, and then I'm going to do a full length of this, which is going to be a Kickstarter sometime next year. It's going to be very expensive to make this. So definitely come support that. I also have a Von Monocle short comic that's going to be releasing on here. And it's also very expensive to produce because of the art. I actually showed it off a little bit on my main YouTube channel yesterday. Maybe we can get to there real quick and check it out for you. And I can kind of show you what I did on my community tab. So here is, you can kind of see it. Here's like the art that's going to be going on that comic. I'm doing it in black and white for this. I'll probably do color when we actually get to a full length. And very expensive art also. And all this is going to go on Subscribestar. So these are my short comics that I'm like testing. You're like my test audience, see if you like it. And then on top of that, on top of all of this, we have an exclusive comic that I'm working on, which I'm not sure if I'm going to crowdfund or anything like that at this point. It's going to be called Extra Sensory. And it's a full-length 22-page comic. I'm going to be dropping it like 3 pages at a time, maybe like three pages a month or so on here, because again, this is what it supports, based on just what the funding we have right now. And then on top of that, because we launched a comic book company yesterday, and we're going to make our first comic book under that comic book company's imprint. And the Quaff, if you guys know him, is going to, who did the High School Girl in the Crusades and Blunder Island with me, is going to be doing a 3-panel strip with me once a week. And those are going to be dropping once a week only on Subscribestar and at the $3 and above level. And so we're going to have a ton of comic book content on here. And I'm going to get back to prose content. I'm having a little bit of problem. You can see I've got like this with my wrist, like with some pain going on right now. Yes, I'm going to get to the comic company. So that will be the first one under our new comic company. It's going to be releasing on here. It's going to be making fun of some certain people in mainstream comics that don't like us. And we're just going to have a good time with it. So please get on the Subscribestar. It is way, way, way important. Like if I can get that number, and we do have those people, we just need to get you all on board. If we can get that up to 300 people a month, we can start doing some crazy things and really building something awesome where nobody's going to be able to compete with us. And that's what I want to do. I want to be an actual company, and that's going to lead me into this. So here we go. I actually launched my comic brand yesterday, and I made a video about this on the main channel. And this is our logo and all that, because a lot of people out there don't view independent comics as actual comics. They were like, make fake comics or something. And that really bothers me, because I showed you all the books that we've come out with. I've showed you all the great artists that we've worked with. We've done so much work here. And yet these people say we don't make actual comics, that only if you work for Marvel or DC are you making actual comics. And so I wanted to give them the face and look that they deserve for talking like that. And there it is. And so this is our brand, Actual Comics. And we're going to be making actual comics under the Actual Comics imprint. So this is my merch store, which is kind of brand new also. I've got my Fight the Good Fight logo on here also. If you guys like that stuff, we sold a couple of those yesterday too. And I've got some Dank Stream stuff for my mainstream that's on my mainstream channel. So if you guys want to check that out, that is all my shilling. That's right. I got books for sale. I got on my website, got books for sale on Amazon. I got books for sale through Subscribestar, and I've got merch for sale on a merch store. We are just doing everything around here because we love, we want to be your replacement entertainment all the way around. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for ordering the mug. I sold 3 mugs yesterday. It's awesome. It's great. I actually sold a pickleball paddle too. So I don't know who did that. I'm going to guess it's not John Dacre because like it's ridiculous that I sold a pickleball paddle, but I do actually have a pickleball paddle set. You get 2. I think you get 2 paddles for your pickleball paddle set. Oh, Jesus. Get a mug. We got our actual comic mug. You can get it in black too if you want. But cool. So that was, it was Dacre. Dacre bought it. Awesome. Oh, wow. What a sport. He's going to show off his pickleball paddle pretty soon. That's amazing. Oh, we do the silliest things around here. It's a lot of fun. Okay. Speaking of silly things, so the Kickstarter drama I really want to talk about is with Bad Idea Comics. And if you guys don't know Bad Idea Comics, they're a company I've been supporting over the years. For the past few years. What happened is, and we'll go back to the lore on. I have my buttons, I just don't use them over here. So I'll back to the lore, even though I'm not, trying to do different stuff over here. This is what happened with Bad Idea. All right, Bad Idea Comics. This is what I'm gonna. It's beyond odd. It's beyond odd. I'm going to get to it. They started because they were the owner of it ran Valiant Comics. Now, Valiant Comics originally launched with Jim Shooter and people like that back in the 90s, was freaking awesome. And then Acclaim, the video game company, bought it in the mid 90s. They made some video games, and then Acclaim went out of business. And then Valiant went out of business along with it. So that's kind of the lore of Valiant. Oh, crud. I might have to pick up my kid. Whoops, we might have to restart this stream in about 20 minutes, my friend. Let's find out if I have to go do this. I think I do. So I'm gonna play. What am I? How do I fix this? Can I just play some background music or something for a while and say we'll be right back? Is there a we'll be right back button overlay? We'll be right back overlay. Oh yeah, look at this. We got a note. We'll be right back. Green screen. That's my kid. Can I loop this? How do you loop YouTube stuff? Um, how do I loop this stuff? Oh boy, I really botched this, guys. Sorry about this. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do this. We'll put this up here. And how do I put on like no copyright music? The chair stream. Should I just run the chair stream? Okay, I'll run the chair stream. We'll just do this. I'll see you guys in a bit. Share stream over, chat. All right, we have 21 people watching absolutely nothing. You guys are the best audience I could ever ask for. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you, Cider, for putting music on so that it wasn't that boring, I guess. That was not that bad, was it? If you did not show up yet, we announced earlier our new comic book company, Actual Comics, in which this is our Actual Comics merch. We don't have any actual comics yet for Actual Comics, but we do have merch because merch is what's the most important thing. You can show your support for our merch right here. And of course, Geek Avenger's got our books, which are not labeled with Actual Comics just yet. Thank you, Geek Avenger. And of course, the next big component of this is Actual Comics is going to be launching most of our stuff on Subscribestar here. And I mentioned we have a bunch of short comics in the works, and then we're going to have strips that are going to be happening very often, once a week, as long as Quaff can keep up. And then we'll have some exclusives and things like that as this comes down the line also. So good stuff. Thank you, guys. Please hop on the Subscribestar. That is very important to build up. We want to get up to 300 subscribers. And once we have 300 subscribers, I'm going to be able to, not strippers. Stop it, John Dacre. I know you bought that pickleball paddle. I know what you're using it for. But once we get up to 300 subscribers, we'll be able to make monthly comics, like out of the art that's paid for just completely from this. And that's a big deal. So, yeah. Please get on there. All right, so let's get to this Kickstarter drama I was talking about. One, let's go to Kickstarter.com. Just check out comics for a little bit. We can go to comics. How are we doing today with our comics? Loftia, new games. Tights, issues 1 through 3 is doing well. Exposure, top secret box set. Now, these are just recommended for me. Do you think these recommendations for me will hold up? Tights, 176 backers, 5 days to go. This looks okay. It's cute. Art's pretty good in the middle. Not too bad. I just don't really have a sense for what it's about. I guess I could read the words, but I don't want to do that. Exposure, top secret boxes. This looks like sexy secret agents. Yeah. Oh, look at how much money that's making. Of course it is. Jesus. Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, wow. I'm sure that. Let me see. Let me guess. They're doing a special uncensored tier, and I bet you they take this and they do an uncensored version of this. Do they do that, or are they not that degenerate? Maybe they're not that degenerate. Maybe I like these people. Look at this, David Campty. Look at that guy. He's wow. This is something I should probably copy. Good stuff. This guy's making money and doing good work. Exposure. I don't know that I'm going to buy that, though. All right. Knight collected. Like, is this an actual knight? Or is a superhero just calling himself Knight? Looks like a superhero just calling. It looks like, looks kind of Micah Courtesy. So, all right. That's on there. Look at that. And Black Boomerang, Picking Up Steam, Destruction, Meat Burgers. This is the guy who said he wanted to blacklist people from the industry, and he's only got $7,000 for his book. Very sad. Okay, so what I wanted to show, though, we just did a smattering of Kickstarter looks. Why not? Why not, guys? There's a Good Omens official graphic novel, and look at what this is making. $2 million freaking dollars, 26,000. This is a huge Kickstarter. 13 days to go on this. This is Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett's book adapted into a graphic novel. And it is also an Amazon show, I think. Amazon. So there it is. Look at this. Frank Quietly, Dust Jacket, art. Wow. Look at all this stuff. Making good money. So people like good stories. And this was a decent story. I read the actual book. So I'm not really interested in backing it myself because I read the actual book. But wow, this is huge. The reason it's got big money is because everybody knows it from the Amazon show. I mean, that's the name of the game these days. So you have, if you look at the other big Kickstarter that was done, that made a ton of money. It was this one. Where'd it go? Berserker. How come I can't find it? Keanu Reeves. It was this. This was like the other biggest Kickstarter. Here it is. Berserker is why. I forget the R. And this made almost $1.5 million. And why did it make that? Because it had Keanu Reeves' name on it. And so you attach things to brands like this that people are familiar with, and you make a ton of money. And that's the name of part of the Kickstarter game. The other one is doing things like that exposure box set, right? Where they are making money. Let's just go down to look at this, just based on just having hot chicks on the cover. And that's really the biggest ways to make money in comics online. So here's one. This one's doing big. Tezucom celebrating the works of Osamu Tezuka, 2-volume tribute for $94,000, crushing it. It's big. See, look at this. Not safe for work comic, fantasy and reality. See, the porn stuff makes a lot of money. Beast and Snow. See this one? Look at this. 58,000. Lady Death. Wow. Look at this. $364,000 for a Lady Death book. Wow. So yeah, no, the Sexy Comics works on with a ton of variant covers to show off the sexy. It does very well. And this is it. Look at this. All these different books on here. And so you can like, what's his biggest tier? Let's scroll. Oh my gosh, look at all the tiers. How do you even scroll through this? Ultra Omnibus Volume 1 Super Deluxe. And I have the Omnibus. I don't know why this is a Super Deluxe. Signed interior bookplate, gold, silver, gilded page. Gold. Okay, so I got a silver thing, not gold. But I didn't like this. I like the book, but I have a problem with the actual construction of it. I've got it right here, believe it or not. I'm going to show you why I have a problem with the actual construction of it. So it had a beautiful slipcase. It has this. It's got this. They got the ribbon. Very beautiful stuff. But when you open it, a lot of the silver lining pages, because of the silver paint on the edge of it, it made the pages stick together. And this is a bad example of a page showing you why it stuck together. It's not because of that, but you see the top up there, like the little white patches and all that. Like when you pull the pages apart because of that silver lining up top, you actually damage the page. And so, and there's no way around it. Is part of the problem. So, and this happened on a few pages on here. I read this thing, and it's actually really good. It's like the art's really pretty. It's got a decent storyline. Pretty good stuff. But it did get damaged because of that, and I don't like that. So, the construction kind of bothered me on that front. There it is. But I don't regret buying it. But that was a problem with that construction right there. And I actually talked to him at Comic-Con about that. He mentioned that too. Premier Edition library. So you get Premier Editions books, $320. Look at that. High Roller set, collectible editions. Look at that, $333. Cyber Baller set. Metal covers. I haven't done any of this stuff for my books. I tried to like I maybe need to stop resisting the collectability stuff and just go for it. But so far I usually just do one book and one variant cover. Variant covers it. The hardcover is it, and then that's it. I haven't really ventured into all these metal covers and all this stuff because just seems like a lot. Mega VIP set. These are sold out already. Look at this. There's 13 people, and they're sold out. And it comes with handcrafted edition, hand colored. Jesus. Metal Legend edition, Ultimate Metal edition, Sculpture edition. All these funky editions that like are very exclusive to these books that they can only make a couple of them. But he's crushing it. So maybe I should make actual variant covers and do different things like this. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. All right. So the main topic of today, though, is bad ideas, the ends, though. And you see Bad Ideas, The Ends is already at $62,000. But this is not where this story begins. It seems pretty reasonable right here. It's kind of an odd setup. And they have these tiers. The Ends, One-Eyed Sniper. There's a 8-page story. And then look, Sal's Pizza. So you get another 8-page story for another $30. And another 8-page story for another $30. And then it ends up, once you get into this, at $125, you get the whole shebang in a deluxe hardcover. But you don't get all the single issues. So all the single issues go up even more. Some of these are more expensive as they go up. And I think that's it. Because they got, there we are, original art. And then they have like a slipcase hard chromium edition for $1,000. Very weird. So they give you extra story for extra money. And that kind of bothers me as a collector right away. But this is not, again, this is not the controversy behind this. The controversy behind this is when they originally launched this Kickstarter campaign the other day, they had the same tier system just like this, but they had different names attached to the project. They had Mark Wade, they had Jason Aaron, they had Ed Brubaker and Robert Venditti. And as the tiers went up, you would get 8 pages written by this crazy person. And they actually went up by $40 per tier for 8 pages. Okay. So they were really ripping everybody off, and they had all these fancy names attached to it. And they said, well, this is the biggest collection of A-list Kickstarter people of all time. Now, they've done this before. Megalith, their last one, they did this like it's the exact same thing. You'd get 8 extra pages for extra money, and they actually made $400,000 with this many backers on it. So they've done this before, and people seem to like it. I mean, they, as much as people bitch, they buy it anyway. With oh, I'm on the wrong page. They buy it anyway with the funds that they get, and they made a ton of money. So here's this. All right, so that was the Megalith I mentioned. And their first one right here was a bunch of tiers, just very similar. It's quite the grift. I'm trying not to grift people. That's kind of where I'm at. Like all of these Kickstarters like that I see that are super successful and have the big dollar amounts have like hyper variant metal cover that there's only 10 copies of, and they sell them for like $100 for just that. I'm trying not to do that to people. I'm trying to just sell the books and the stories, right? And I'm trying not to do these weird sort of things that Bad Idea is doing. But it looks like you get rewarded for doing the like hyper limited whatever sort of grift. Like for some reason, like people really do buy in on that, and I don't understand it. So maybe I should do it. I know. So patience and careful handling. You should be able to open a comic omnibus without causing. Oh yeah. You're talking about the deal. So I did not. It was tough because like those pages were so stuck together that like there was not much I could do on those Lady Death pages. It was really tough. Digital only tier for $75 on the. I know. So they had all those names on this. These like big names, Mark Wade, all these people. And this was the original Kickstarter campaign. And I can't even show you it now because look at this. Has been hidden for privacy, removed from visibility at the request of the creator. It will remain permanently out of view. So all this was on here for like 48 hours. They made over $200,000 in sales on this before canceling this campaign with all these creators listed. Okay. Very bizarre. So why would Kickstarter then just do that and just like remove it from view? This is what really bothers me here. And here's their actual Twitter account. And if you go through their Twitter account and you see this stuff, they actually talk about how this existed yesterday when they relaunched the campaign. And let's find the post where they talked about it. About dropping their campaign. A sincere, heartfelt thank you. You guys have always been open to our crazy experiments, tweak them, get them right. We went above and beyond. We heard you about the Ends campaign. I'm so excited that many more of you wanted to experience the digital edition than we anticipated. We also added the comprehensive collections and simpler pricing options you asked for. So what they said was like the pricing options were just not simple enough. It was kind of confusing for backers. But if you go into, gosh, where is, okay, so here's the first one. So he basically made the same tweet from his personal account. Look at this. So as it goes, that's right. We took the previous incarnation of the soon-to-be record-breaking campaign down so we could deliver that for you. Click through any of the images in this email and find the one true ends campaign, complete with fan-friendly pricing. Fan-friendly pricing. So now $30 a page for 8 pages instead of $40 for 8 pages is, quote, fan-friendly pricing. I don't know about that. Unprecedented digital optimized offerings have been begging for. And now this is where it gets weird, guys. Fear not, if you wanted our A-list collaboration of the largest and greatest collection of creators in Kickstarter history, that too will come in a new, easier to read all-bound volume for a future campaign. Okay? So they said that they had all these tiers with all these creators listed on here, like Mark Wade and Jason Aaron, Ed Brubaker, lots of names that people were like, whoa, those are big names. The new ones for the new tiers don't list any of those names. They just have the different things. And they say it's not on there. It's going to be on a future campaign. So what I think happened here, and I can't verify any of this, I've emailed out to Mark Wade asking him if he actually was attached to the project. That's the only person I've been able to contact so far. All right. Let me see if Jason Aaron. Let me ask him. Were you slated to write a 8-page story for Bad Idea latest Kickstarter campaign? I don't see your name on the new campaign, but it was on the old one. Let's see if he responds to me. So I've reached out to Mark Wade privately, reached out to Jason Aaron on Twitter about this. But what I think happened here, I think they put all these names on the Kickstarter with the intention of killing the Kickstarter campaign, like so that they wouldn't have to fulfill it like they just did. They just deleted it. Just to like hype this up for marketing purposes. Okay. And and then I think they don't actually have these people writing their comic for them. So they relaunched the campaign without the without that on there, and then killed it. And then they removed it from view so you can't even see it. And I think that happened. I think it's removed from view here. So there's no, quote, evidence of them doing it because that is false advertising. So what's weird to me on top of all this, hey, Vito, how you doing? What's weird to me is this happened. This exists, right? And this is allowed by Kickstarter. So Kickstarter, like we saw them kill the campaign for The Wise of Heart here. They just destroyed it. They just ended it. They banned this book from existing. And then we saw them get rid of Mike Barron's campaign for Private American, right? But for some reason, these guys can literally list all these people working on this stuff, then just cancel the thing, then relaunch it without any of the names attached, which looks like they were just lying about their advertising. And Kickstarter's like, cool. Go ahead and launch your book here. Go ahead and back your book. It's totally fine. Totally fine by us. Now, on top of this, the next grift on top of all of the grift on grift action. All right. You see, they have 4 created Kickstarter campaigns. Not only is there the fake names attached to it, which I don't believe were actually even meant to be attached to the book. There are 4 campaigns that these people have, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you want to take this one's canceled? This is their 3rd in the last year. Do you want to venture to guess how many of those have been fulfilled? I can answer that for you right now. None of them have been fulfilled. So they're launching book after book after book after book, and none of it's been fulfilled. And they're doing these weird marketing gimmicks, which are just, lying to customers. And they're gouging customers, causing problems here, and none of it's been fulfilled. Wow. And Kickstarter allows this and has not made a statement about this. Very bizarre, isn't it? Very bizarre. It's actually not laundering. The weird part about this, Bradford Walker, is if you go back, did you back Megalith? I did not back Megalith. I was like, the pricing was too bad on it. Like I wanted like to do it. And I looked at it and do they have the rewards here? I was like, let's see. I wanted the complete hardcover, but $125 for like a hardcover I don't know. I sell my hardcovers for 50. Like, that was rough. And you can't, it's not like there's a cheaper option where you can get like the trade paperback for half that if you just want the story or whatever. The shipping was worse. Oh no, they did that too. Jesus. Oh no. How much was the shipping, Darko? Did you get into the backer kit? Is that still open? Is the backer kit still open for that? I don't know. Because there was like the other thing they did was they had a comic that was only available via the backer kit, only if you backed at a certain tier or higher. You backed the stop at idea. I didn't get that one either. 60 for Europe. Europe. Well, to be fair, Darko, like I've lost money on shipping to Europe just because like prices escalated so much. Like it's nuts. I mean, just to ship one book that's like if it's under a pound, like when weight, you are getting like it's about $30 just for that to ship to Europe. Sucks. I was gonna say just order me an extra one and then order me one of those secret comics, please. But for that kind of shipping, probably not worth it. If you were in America, I'd say get me one. So very bizarre. Very bizarre stuff, but they've been filled with stunts the entire time. This company, I've made videos about it on this channel repeatedly. All their books are filled with stunts, but they actually are like, I mean, you say it's maybe money laundering, bad idea. Let's see if I can find see if I can find the spreadsheet. I've got a spreadsheet for bad idea. Let's see, bad idea. I was looking at it yesterday. So I've got a full tracker of all their books. And they exist. So the weird part about all this is they've had a track record of coming out with all of these books. This is their tracker. Here's the spreadsheet if you guys want. I'll put it in the chat here too. So here's the release date. If you go by release date, they had a book called ENIAC, and I have all 5 issues of that. These were out in stores. Tankers, and then Whalesville out in stores. Now, when Sleigh Bells came out, Sleigh Bells, they actually sent to shops, and I've talked about this a few times on stream, but I'll keep talking about it because I really find these guys fascinating. Sleigh Bells was only sent to shops and people who were comic fans who were on their email list were given 48 hours advance notice. And they were said, this book's coming out on Wednesday, and it's going to be available in comic shops for 24 hours. After that, comic shops are instructed to send back their books for us to destroy, and it will never be available again. And they just did this with this one book. I do have this book. Crazy. So then they came out with The Lot, and I got that book. And then they came out with the Final 5. Now, for the Final 5, for you to get the Final 5 at all, you had to pre-order all of the Final 5. And their Final 5 were their Final 5 series, which was Odin's Eye, Refuse, Monster Kill Squad, and Pirate Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4, and Passive Aggressive. Their Final 5. And they were saying that was going to be the end of Bad Idea. And then they're just done as a company. So I pre-ordered it. Okay. And so all of them started to come in. And then Passive Aggressive came out. Well, Passive Aggressive is 2 books, Passive and Aggressive. And they gave half the comic shops out there passive and half the comic shops out there aggressive. So if you pre-ordered it and you got that, you just got one of these. And you'd have to find another one at a different comic shop in order to get the other one. Now, I was able to call another comic shop and they had the one I wanted. And so they were able to ship it to me and I was able to get it. So thankfully, I was on top of that. And that was it. And so that was the second weird stunt, the 24-hour stunt, then that stunt. And then it gets weirder from there. So then they decided they're no longer a comic company. And so you see this one right here. Yeah, I'm exposing bad idea. This is their next bad idea. Bad idea donuts. And so this is a Benson Beaver in these modern times. Now let me see. Let me go on eBay if I can see if I can find. I don't have this one. This one was only available at like I think North Carolina Comic Con or something. And you had to go up to their booth and you had to buy a box of donuts in order to get this. And if you bought a box of donuts there, you get a free comic book. And they were no longer a comic book company, they said. So they said that you know, we're not a comic company, we're a donut company now. We had our final 5, our comic company's gone. That's it. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Let me see what eBay looks like for these. None. There's none on eBay. That sucks. Okay. Well, you can't even get this comic book. How great is that? So now, they're a comic company that I've been collecting for a year. And I can't even get their book, right? So I've been jumping through their pre-order hoops. I've been doing their things. I got all the books. I even got the one that was hard to get because it was at different comic shops and all that. I jumped through all their hoops, and now I can't even get their freaking book. And now I'm one book shy of being able to collect their books. And this pisses me off, right? So now I'm a pissed off fan because I can't get a freaking comic book. I can't, it's not like this was a variant cover and I could get a different variant cover. No, this book doesn't exist anywhere else. I can't get it. So then they did a Megalith preview. So this one's a little better. They did a second Bad Idea Donuts event. This one they gave a preview for Megalith, which Megalith they have a Kickstarter for. So at least that's there. All right. So you can't, so that at least that's a preview, right? And you can't get that book. Let me see. Benson Beaver comic. Let's see. Nothing on here. Nothing on eBay. And they have a second one, a second Bad Idea Donuts Benson Beamer. So you can't get either of these. It's amazing. Okay. All their comics that they've come out with in 2023, by the way, all of them have not been able to get in comic shops. Okay. So fun stuff. And they have a couple books. I don't even know how these came out. And we'll look them up because I don't know what's going on with these on eBay. We'll see. So I guess they launched Bad Idea 2. And I was out at this point because I couldn't collect them. So I'm like, F it. So I got Orc Island on eBay the other day. Escape from Wyoming, I've seen pretty well. Let's see. They're All Terrible comic. They're All Terrible comic. Okay. Let's see if these are available on eBay. Okay, not too bad. These are normal prices. There's number 1 and 2. All right. How many issues was there, though? Oh, 3 and 4 have not even come out. Okay, so that's all there is. Let's go Peter Milligan Werewolf. Let's see if we can get this one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look at this, guys. $500 and somebody CGC'd it, of course. 500 freaking bucks for this stupid book. And you can't. Oh, here's one that's not CGC. This is Double Shot First Print Bad Idea. Okay, so this is the Double Shot one. I don't know if this is the same book as the other one or not. Okay, so you can get that one too. Okay, cool. Let's look at this one. Let's go Peter Milligan Burning Man. Okay, this one's easy to get too. So the only ones that are impossible to get right now seem to be Bad Idea, or seems to be Bunsen Beaver. The Ends. So this is their Kickstarter campaign they're running right now, The Ends. Okay, so it looks like you can get this via their Kickstarter for their complete whatever, right? Okay, not bad. The Finder. When did this come out? I didn't even know this came out. The Finder, Christos Gage. Let's check this out. Christos Gage. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad on this. And then there's these secret 6. So let's see if we can figure these ones out. Hero for sale. No, that's not on eBay. Nowhere. Where did it come out? Who knows? Promotional item Ashcan comic. Okay. Promotional item free comic book day. I think I have this one, the Hank Howard Pizza Detective. Hero trade a briefcase. First secret. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if we can find this one. No. So the little ash cans you cannot find anywhere. Okay, cool. Digital release is this one, which is Spark, digital only. That's cool. SparkComicBook.com. Let's see if we can find that. SparkComicBook.com. Are they still up? SparkComicBook.com. Oh, it's on here. So you can read it on here. That's cool. That's cool. Conceptual Funnies. So this one was what? Promotional item. First invisible comic. So this is the one they did. So they sent out an email to all their backers on this one. And they said, we're giving out the first graded invisible comic. And so they had empty graded boxes and said there's a comic inside. And they said you have to pay $1,000 or more to get one. And only the first 10 people get it. And so somebody gave them $1,000 for a fake comic. Retirement plan one shot. These are pin redemptions. So bad idea. The other thing they have is first customer pins. So all these ones up above, if you were the first customer that showed up at the comic book shop to get it, they gave you this pin. And you redeem 2 pins and you can get this comic book. One of them is Werewolf, as you saw. But it looks like they have another printing of that. And the other one's retirement plan. So let's look. Only attainable through first pin. Let's see how this is. Matt Kint. $500, $1,200 for the pair of these retirement plans. Oh my gosh, freaking nuts for the first pin redemptions. There's like none of them. I should have redeemed my first pin. I don't know that anybody's actually buying them though. I mean, is anybody actually buying those? Let's hold on. Let's go advanced. Completed items. Search. Did anybody actually buy these recently? No. There's no completed listings of them. So these guys got them up at crazy prices, but nobody's buying it. Okay. That's cool. We did Benson Beaver. Hero Trade Secret Heart promotional item at Comic-Con 2022. To obtain one, you had to locate Matkin and say the passphrase, "I hear you have something for me." And that's it. I wasn't there in 2022. Wow. Let's see if this is available on eBay. Nope. Sacred. Oh, here it is. Look, there's a couple. $500. Just a couple people have these. That's crazy. Wyoming one shot. Now, is this Escape from Wyoming or as a B-side? So this was originally published as a B-side. Okay, so this exists already. So this is just a kind of a reprint, but not. Orc Island and Dune Story. Originally published as a B-side in Pirates Queen #4. So you can already have this if you already have the other one too. Cool. So there's only a few comics that exist. The Benson Beavers retirement plan. And I don't know so far. So here we are, Secret 6, first 7 days, one shot. Solicited in previews catalog under the fake publisher B-side comics. So let's see if Joshua Dysart here is in here. Secret 6. See if this is. So this was made under a fake publisher. So this is not that bad to get. $20, reasonable to get on eBay. Secret 6 Playtime. Only available at Comics Pro 2023. They were disguised behind free comic book day covers of the past that were ripped off and then wrapped around in Playtime's covers. Oh my gosh. Painful. Where's the first Secret 6? So if that's number 1 and number 2, where's the first one? Here it is. Hero Trade not for sale. Okay. Yeah, this is the promotional one. There's only 50 of them out there. Okay. Great. And then I know there's another one, like I said, that's on the backer kit for that one Kickstarter campaign. I don't know. Is this stuff fun? Is this so? What do you think as comic book fans out there? Is the like, do you think that like this scavenger hunt only releases things is fun? Do you like it, or do you think it's so frustrating as a fan it's painful? Or like, would it be cool to do like a half measure of this? Like, if I wanted to release a comic and said you can only buy this for 48 hours on my website and give you like a week advance notice or something like that. Like, is that a good thing to do? Or like, do you want to be able to collect everything? Like, is this too much? Is like a half collectible? Should I be doing collectible stuff like this? Is that enjoyable to you guys? Like, I mean, should there be more? Should I be having more collectible stuff, or should I yes and no? Sometimes it works, but it's annoying. I like the idea of exclusive things. Like maybe I print 100 of them and that's it, right? I'm thinking about doing that with the steampunk comic, the 8-pager, just as like a collectible thing, make maybe 50 or 100, and just call it that. Just because I like it, I want it in print. But what I'd do is if I do something like that, like maybe I'd make it available in a collection later or something like that, just so people can read the stories. Because what I care about as a reader, because I know there are collectors out there who like collector stuff, have some merch. Oh, that's a good idea. Do some merch with it or something. That's like a pickleball paddle. But I like so yeah, mix your blood with ink. Do you know that do you know you guys know who Mark Grunwald was? He was a comic book writer for Marvel for a long time. He did Captain America, right? Was his big deal. And he was a big fanboy. And he created Squadron Supreme. And this is kind of on the topic of this, Shifter. Mark Grunwald loved his books and all and cared about it. They actually, for the Squadron Supreme, like I think it was the trade paperback or something like that, like first edition, whenever it came out, because he died, they mixed in his ashes with the paper of like one of the editions of it. I find that really creepy. I want to not have that edition, but they did that because he loved his book so much. Very interesting. So yeah, I mean, this stuff is really frustrating to me because like some of this stuff, look at, so these ones at San Diego Comic-Con, this is interesting. They had a giveaway at the panel. I didn't go to the panel and I could have got this. Then they had a giveaway at a tiki party, which I also didn't go to. So Bad Ideas panel was during Eric July's panel, so I didn't go. And then Bad Ideas Tiki Party was during Jimmy Eat World, so I didn't go. And I kind of like, I have FOMO now. Sucks. Because I miss these comics. But I like the ideas. I like having special editions of things, maybe. Get Dinesh back on for an interview. I should maybe. He had fun before. The problem is like I'm a collector at this point who's like really irritated. And so like I didn't back the first 2 Kickstarters because it's just like I can't get all the books now. So like why would I bother? And that's kind of where I'm at with this stuff. Darko, on the backer kit, are there books of theirs that are like some of their promotional stunts that like they have extra copies of or anything like that? Like, does that exist on there? Be interesting to know. But yeah, I didn't back any of this stuff just because like I want the book. I want to read the whole story, and I don't want to have to like fight to get the whole story. It's painful. It's really too much for me. So, but that's why I make my own stories and do my own thing. At the end of the day, I really think this is above and beyond though. Like with this whole, they had all these creator names on there, and now they don't, and like it's like, oh no, oh very sad. It looks like my good friend Heather Antos over at IDW Comics blocked their shirt account because of my actual comics brand. So she's not happy, I guess, with the actual comics brand, and so she blocked my designers here. Oh no, how sad. Well, we better buy actual comics. Okay. We better just let me Pull the link up. Can't believe that. Buy actual comics merch. There you are. Very sad. Here's our actual comics merch. If you guys missed it, we are making actual comics, our new comic book brand. And here it is. Very fun stuff on the JDA Swag Store. I have cups. I have coffee mugs, stickers, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and pickleball paddles, of course. Couldn't live without a pickleball paddle. And here it is. Actual Comics. This is my new comic book brand. We're going to be printing comics with the Actual Comics logo on it. Just so you know it's an actual comic when you get your comic. And right now, there's no actual comics from Actual Comics. And we just have merch. But the merch first, then comics, right? So, upset a pro somewhere else and wear your Actual Comics brand gear today. Get out on the pickleball court with some boomers and show off your Actual Comics pickleball set. And on this, we are going to be launching comics through Subscribestar first. And they will all be going up on here. Actual Comics will be produced. The Quaff is drawing our first one. And it will be going up as a weekly strip for you guys, along with a bunch of other awesome comics from us. So please get on the Subscribestar. Help our company grow. Help our awesome comic book company do better than Bad Idea. Because we deserve it. That's why. And I think that's the entire controversy and the entire drama out today. Oh, I did buy. I know that Miss Antos blocked my T-shirt designer here, but there is a very exclusive event going on tomorrow for Star Trek: Strange New Worlds: The Scorpius Run, exclusive homage variant cover. So this is an exclusive cover. It's $29.99 for one comic book. Thank you, Heather Antos. And here it is. It's an homage to an old comic book, which they don't actually show the cover of that one here. And these are being sold tomorrow only. Heather Antos is going and autographing. I've never heard of an editor going and having an autograph session for comics, but she will take credit. It's her comic, basically. Even though she didn't write it, she didn't draw it. It's hers. And I bought one. So this is going to be on the way to me. I'm going to have my very special Heather Antos signed comic showing up here shortly. And I will treasure it forever, I'm sure. So here we go. Yes, I paid $29.99 for this. I'm going to unbox it live on YouTube. We're going to have a lot of fun with it because that's what we do around here. We have fun with comic books. And I hope you had fun today. I hope this was a informative sort of stream for you because this is so bizarre what's going on with Bad Idea Comics. I just want to read the comics. I don't want to deal with all this stuff personally. But hey, it's making money for them. It's keeps making money for them, so they're going to keep doing it. Very bizarre. Thank you guys for hanging out. Again, I appreciate it. Please check out our merch. Check out our books over on my store and on Amazon. We are the alternative to the mainstream industry, and we're crushing it, selling books every single day, and you'll love them. You'll absolutely love these books. I promise you. They're like the books that you used to get, and they have actual stories in actual comics. So thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you at the beginning of the stream to the people who were hanging out with my chair while I was not around here. You guys are awesome. And have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And I'll be back with some comic reviews on the stream. Hey, you like the Stars Entwined? Thank you. Appreciate that. And we'll be back with more videos and all the fun stuff as it goes along. And as comics come out, I will get them to you. Good night.